Oh, try. I'm gonna try.
Good evening, folks. Good to see you. A nice select group here, properly distanced. I like that. Welcome from Defiance Community Cultural Council. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Defiance Development and Visitors Bureau, Hubbard Company, State Bank, and First Insurance Group. And also thanks to DCTV staff. They make all this work, and amazing how much time they put in these. Just to come up with the seating chart was a big job. We're excited to be reopening to the public. This is I think the second regular concert we've had due to COVID-19 guidelines. Obviously you know this, but we've got limited capacity, so we want to encourage everyone to use the masks and the social distancing. Don't congregate in the lobby or the aisleways or the restrooms. In case of emergency, we've got 3 exits, one in that corner, the one front door that you probably came in on, and then the side door. After the performance, please don't congregate in the building when exiting. And if you wish to speak to the artist, please remain in your seats and she can speak to you from there. Upcoming events, September 27th, that's a Sunday. What is that? This coming Sunday. Sunday at the Strady, Damon Coleman, he's a cellist. $15 tickets, advance tickets required. Saturday, October 10th, Cinema at the Strady is Vertigo. That's a good one. Friday, October 23rd, Bands and More, Girl Named Tom. And that concert is sold out, but we usually have some people that back out or whatever, so still might be able to see it if you can come at the last minute. Please silence cell phones, no video, no flash photography. And now please welcome all the way from Nashville, she drove, our wonderful artist tonight, Kyshona Armstrong. Please give her a big hand.
Full disclosure, it's been a minute, okay? And so I'm a little amped up, all right? And I haven't sang in front of a live audience in a while, so I'm very happy to be here. I came in hot when I got here today. I've forgotten how to I've forgotten social, cues. I told them, I've been communicating through computer screens, and I'm used to just getting to the point because our time is limited, but I realized today I can just take my time a little bit. So, hey, my name's Kyshona. I'm pulling out all my gadgets from the deep pockets. I'm a bit of a storyteller, and I do live in Nashville, but I hail from a little town in South Carolina. It's called Irmo. Nothing exciting there at all. I don't know. I haven't been there in a while. Usually I talk about my grandpa HT. But this morning on my drive here, we learned that my Uncle Andre passed away quite suddenly. And so I was on the phone with my cousins and my mom and my aunts and really thinking about legacy this whole drive here. And so I'm going to dedicate this song to my Uncle Andre. He was a veteran, an Army vet. He could throw down on the stove, y'all. That man could cook. When I think of him, I think of comfort. He always made us feel safe. And I dedicate this to him. This is called On the Line. I could worry, let my heart ache. I could dwell on all my mistakes. Oh, but I know that worrying don't make nothing right. Or I could carry a heavy burden and make the small things too important. Oh, but I know that worrying don't make nothing flowers keep growing and the birds are still on the line. Ooh, I'm gonna wake up as the dew fades and thank the good Lord for every new day. Oh, because I know that worry don't make nothing right. No, no, no. And whether you're rich, yes, or making ends meet, I know you're fighting the same war as me. Oh, and we all know that worry don't make nothing right. No. The sun is gonna set and tomorrow it's gonna rise. Yes, it will. The flowers keep growing and the birds are still on the line. This is where I ask y'all to hum along. Pick a note, there you go. And when the roll is called, I close my eyes, I'll awake in glory, standing in the sunshine, and I will know that all that worrying was just a waste of time. Sweet, sweet times. The sun is gonna set and tomorrow it's gonna rise. The flowers keep growing and the birds are still on the line. The sun is gonna set and tomorrow it's gonna rise. The flowers keep growing and the birds are still on the line. So when my ticket out of South Carolina was music. I went to the University of Georgia, go Dogs, and I studied music therapy. I heard of this profession where you could use both music and psychology to potentially heal people. So there was this one music therapist in all of Columbia, South Carolina, and I went and visited her, and I was hooked. She was doing music therapy in the NICUs with little babies. And that led me off to work in New York and then in Atlanta, Georgia. I was working in mental hospitals and nursing homes and rehab facilities and also in the prison system. Now, what I was doing was meeting people at their lowest time in life, their rock bottom. And if there's anything I've learned from my family that has been passed down to me, it's to try to have compassion and empathy and sit in someone else's shoes. So I got to thinking, what does rock bottom feel like? If we remember that when we hit rock bottom, you can't go any lower. So the only thing you can do is rest your bones for a while. And when you're ready to get back up again, you do just that. But you leave every burden on that rock. This is called burdens down. As I walk to the river, my knees start to to quiver. Is there enough water in the world to wash me clean? My heart starts racing. All these demons I've been chasing tell me that I'm not the kind, no, to be set free. Looking for grace in the graveyard. Finding the light can be so hard. Oh, I've been under it and I've been over it. Yes, Lord knows I've hit rock bottom. You can't crawl through the dark and lose sight of it all. You can lay your burdens down. Yeah, yes, Lord. I feel the winds are changing and my worries get to fading as I stand on that rock that's been trying to pull me down, yes, pull me down. Oh, I'm done with the hate crime. Oh, yeah, to myself I've been unkind. Goodness in me that was lost, yes, Lord, it's now been found. Yes, I'll leave the chains in the graveyard. I'll take the light and a new start. Oh, I've been under it and I've been over it. Yes, Lord knows I've hit rock bottom. You can't crawl through the dark and lose sight of it all, or you can lay your burdens down. Yes, I've been under it, yes, I've been over it. Lord knows I've hit rock bottom. I've heard those voices call. You can't crawl through the dark and lose sight of it all, or you can lay your burdens down. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna take that rock, throw it in the river. Gonna lay my burdens down. Gonna take that rock, throw it in the river. Gonna lay my burdens down. Gonna take that rock, throw it in the river. Gonna lay my burdens down. I'm gonna take that rock, throw it in the river. Gonna lay my burdens down. Yes, I've been under it and I've been over it. Lord knows I've hit rock bottom. I've heard those voices call. You can't crawl through the dark and lose sight of it all, or you can lay your burdens down. You can't crawl through the dark and lose sight of it all, or you can lay your burdens down. Now, one thing that I learned in my years as a music therapist is that there's healing in lifting your voice with others. Something about harmonizing with people. That's my tricky way of saying I want y'all to sing something. Okay? This is your part right here. Come on, lay 'em down, lay 'em down, lay 'em down, lay 'em down. Sing that. Lay 'em down, lay 'em down, yeah. Lay 'em down, yeah. Lay 'em down, keep it going. Lay 'em down, right there. Lay 'em down, yeah. Come on, y'all. Lay 'em down, yeah. Lay 'em down. Keep going no matter what I do, okay? Oh, yes. Lay 'em down, lay 'em down. Y'all didn't know y'all had to work tonight, did you? I sometimes tour with a vocal trio, so when they're not here, I make the audience work. This is a new song off my latest record. This is called Too Much. Sleeping on the subway, waiting for your love to change. Second guessing the choices that you made. How you gonna keep on keeping on when you feel beaten down and your money's all gone? How you keep on keeping on keeping on? Sure, it's too much. Hold on, your luck is about to change. Sure, it's too much. You got more bin before you break. Sure, it's too much, yeah. All of the signs are telling me that I'm running out of time. But I gotta tell you, this weight is too much, too much, too much. Ooh, said it's just too much, yeah, too much, too much. Ooh, yeah. There's only so much that one poor soul can do. Yeah, yes, only so many times you can play to an empty room, yeah. How you gonna keep on keeping on when you feel beaten down and your money's all gone? How you keep on keeping on keeping on when it's just too much? Hold on, your luck is about to change. Sure, it's too much. You got more bin before you break. Sure, it's too much, yeah. All of the signs are telling me that I'm running out of time. But I gotta tell you, this weight is too much, yes. Ooh, when it gets harder, hold on just a little longer. Ooh, just before the dawn, yes. You know it gets darker. Ooh, when it gets harder, hold on just a little longer. Ooh, and just before the dawn, yeah. You know it gets darker. Ooh, when it gets harder, hold on just a little longer. Ooh, and just before the dawn, yeah. You know it gets darker, darker, darker. Ooh, sure, it's too much. Hold on, your luck is about to change. Sure, it's too much. You got more bin before you break. Sure, it's too much, yeah. All of the signs are telling me that I'm running out of time. But I gotta tell you, this weight is too much, too much, too much. Ooh, said it's just too much, yeah, it's too much, too much. Ooh, I said it's just too much. So I grew up in the South. Anybody else grow up in the South? Oh, really? Oh, I'm about to teach y'all something. Talking about legacy. So my grandma Eva, we call her Eva the Diva. Grandma just turned 91 the first week of September. And Grandma's saucy. She's spicy now. And she used to, there's a lot of us grandkids. My one uncle alone has like 7 kids. So I feel like she has about 20 of us. And she would have control of us at church. And we would be in the back pew with her while my grandpa HT was leading the choir. Now, Grandma could control all of us with just this one look. And I want to teach y'all this look, okay? This look has come in handy for our family throughout this entire 2020 because, you know, you can only see part of people's faces, right? So all communication is happening through the eyes. Now, Grandma could control us with just this look right here. Right? Did y'all see that? In case you didn't see it over here. All right, hold on. That meant you better sit back, put your hands in your lap, stop fussing with each other. We call that the side eye. Now, my mom passed that down to us from my grandma. And I'm gonna give you all the opportunity to try it. Now, usually, there's a lot more people, you're closer so you can make better eye contact. But we're mostly teamed up here. I want you to practice just a little, just practice this eye, just the eye movement. It's kind of great because you can't see the bottom half of the eye. So just put every feeling of frustration into that look, all right? On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Got some shy people. I think it's working, but I don't know. Now, here's how we knew that we were going to have to go outside and get the switch. If Grandma started humming, we knew we need to go find a corner and hide. So I want y'all to try pairing that eye, side eye, with a little hum. I'll demonstrate for you right here. I'm gonna use you, sir. Is that okay? Okay, here we go. Y'all saw that? All right, I want you to try that with your neighbor, okay? 1, 2, 3, here we go. Ooh, y'all were good. I saw the head shake too. You've done this before. Okay, every time the chorus comes up, I want y'all to try out this little side eye. It'll save lives, I promise. It'll save you from an argument. It's a whole conversation. This is called The Best of You. Wake up with the rising sun, stretching out your day's just begun. Yesterday you kinda came undone. They got you again, they got you again. Now usually you count to 10, take a really big deep breath in. Can't be every day that you win. When they get you again, they get you again. Shine bright. You'll see every day's an opportunity. There's less of you, so I can tell if you're singing. Stay true. Don't let the rest get the best of you. Do 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 do. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Yes. Happy with the shoes shutting, walking with the lift in your chin. All that you can do is just grin. When they get you again, get you again. Yes. You'll see every day's an opportunity. Yeah. Stay true. Don't let the rest get the best of you. Keeping it together when they try to tear you down. Hey. Let them get lost, you know where you can be found. Yes. Let them get it wrong, you know they're never gonna get it straight. Let them carry on because your haters gonna hate. Yeah. You'll see every day's an opportunity. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Ooh. Stay true. Don't let the rest get the best. Don't let the rest get the best of you. I feel like we could all use a little side eye and hum a lot right now in society, couldn't we? Just a little, it would be a happy place if we all just hummed. I tell you, that's how my grandma raised all of us, and how my mama raised us all. And something about Southern mamas and grandmamas that I'm grateful for. I used to run from my Southern roots, but they've come in handy. I lived in New York for about a year. I was working in the Bronx at a Jewish hospital, and it was called Beth Abraham Hospital. And I don't know, I wasn't ready for New York at that time. And then a few years ago, I came back to New York to perform at Rikers Island, or on Rikers Island. I don't know if y'all know, but Rikers Island is a maximum security prison. And the times that I were there were totally different. So much life had happened between when I lived there to when I visited. So for 2 days, I was on Rikers Island with a nonprofit called Send Musicians to Prison. Now, the mission of Send Musicians to Prison is to bring light into the darkness and remind those that are behind bars that they're not forgotten. And so the man who runs this program is called Nathan Lee. And so day one, I was on the women's block, and I was performing in a gymnasium of about 150 women. And it was amazing. 150 women in front of me, PA system here. And I was playing my own songs, and they were looking through lyrics and asking questions and singing along. And then all of a sudden, sirens start going off, alarms were dinging. And before I know it, there's officers running around in riot gear. Now, I look at Nathan, and he's like, keep going. We look at the warden, she's saying, keep going. So just imagine, I don't know if y'all know this 90s hit, it's called Waterfalls. Don't go chasing waterfalls. It's by an Atlanta group. I heard somebody in the back knows this. So I'm singing this hip hop song, Waterfalls, while there are officers running around me in riot gear. But all 150 women paid no attention to the chaos. They were focused in on me, singing, don't go chasing waterfalls. Now, the lesson that I learned that day was even when you are surrounded by chaos, if there is something joyful in front of you, you stay focused on it. I learned a lesson from those women that day. And I went back to the cabin with Nathan. We sat and talked about it. And he was like, okay, if you thought that was intense, wait till tomorrow. You're with the adolescents. There are teenagers on Rikers Island. 16, so I had young men ages 16 to 18 with me. It's about 40 or so. And I'm in a chapel very similar to this. There was a aisle, the same, but the stained glass windows were just windows with paper that was peeling off in different colors. And these young men come in with their shackles on, and they sit down, and officers go around and loosen them up. And I'm playing the whole concert. Now Nathan was worried for me, but he forgot that I had worked with youth before. One thing I know is you gotta let the kids play. Now unfortunately, these young boys had been treated like men. But at that moment, I had them up on stage with me, and they were freestyling and laughing and playing, and the officers were all laughing and playing along with them. And at that moment, I realized, finally, they're seen as the children that they are. They're being allowed to play. I get to the end of my set, and two young men on the front row raise their hands and say, Miss Kyshona, can you play that song by Aristotle again? So I'll introduce it to you the way I did to them. This song is based off of a quote by Aristotle that says, to avoid criticism, do nothing, say nothing, be nothing. Now the hardest part is, when do you keep your mouth shut and let your actions speak for you? And when do you use your words? I'll tell you what happened next, after the song. The deeper I get, the softer the fall. I do it all. The harder the fight, the stronger the call. I'm breaking walls, passion easy for the faint of heart. I walk the wire even in the dark night. Do what I like, being criticized, but I know I could do nothing, say nothing. gonna eat you alive. Do nothing, say nothing, be nothing, yes. People leave you alone. Now people may say tragedy waits, but oh no, it don't. I stay in my lane, not taking the bait. I'm out on my own. I'm like an angel with my wings on fire, tugging on my halo only takes me high. I do what I want, call it my fault, but when I know I couldn't do nothing, say nothing, be nothing, people leave you alone. Hear nothing, feel nothing, see nothing, let them pick up their stones. Now if you wanna spread your wings and fly, know that the vulture's gonna eat you alive. Do nothing, say nothing, be nothing, yeah. Don't you want a little taste? I see your fear keeps getting in your way. Shake it up, don't take it straight. Let it burn, yes. Let it in. Come on and do something. Say something. Be something. Do what you want. Hear something. Feel something. See something. Oh, I know you wanna spread your wings and fly. Don't let the vultures eat you alive. Do something, say something, be something, yes. People leave you alone. Yes. People leave you alone. So we finish the song, the young men clap, and the officers have them all stand back up. Now, it was 2 different blocks on either side, and they have one block line up and then the other behind them. And the officers are going around and putting the shackles back on their feet so they can get back to their blocks. And they started kind of humming the chorus of that song. And I could hear them getting louder as they went down the hall. And the warden came back and she told me, do you know, those boys sang the last chorus of that song, do something, say something, be something, their entire walk back to their block. And at that point, we had a discussion, and she was saying that a lot of times people forget that even when someone is hidden from them, if someone is incarcerated and locked up, we forget that it's not too late to plant a seed. And so that was a reminder to me to always, even when we think times are helpless or someone is hopeless, you can still plant a seed. You never know how far it will go. A song can change anything if you put a melody in someone's mind. Just plant that little seed. So I ran away from music therapy because I burned out. I wanted to fix everybody, and I wanted to help everybody and heal everybody. And then I was forgetting to heal and help myself. But one thing that I learned in that time, and it's something that they actually teach you to do when you're learning to be a therapist in some way, is how to sit and listen. Now, the word listen is interesting because it's an action word, right? But it requires you to be still. But how often are we listening, but we're not, because we have all the answers churning in our heads? Whenever someone is telling me their problems, I'm already trying to fix it, rather than sitting with this person and just hearing them. That's a hard thing to do. And this was the title of my new record, Listen. I had to sit down and make a mission statement for myself to make this music thing make sense in the world that we're in with the music industry. And I wanted to take the music elsewhere and follow in bringing light into the darkness. So my mission is to be a voice and a vessel for those that feel lost, forgotten, silenced, or hurting. And this song, I feel like it's for everyone that I have met in their darkest moments. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Why you gotta interrupt when I'm not done talking? I need you to keep it shut. This ain't up for discussion. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, I'm pouring out my heart, 'cause I want you to see it. I know you're picking me apart, but you ain't gotta speak it. Why don't you listen? Why won't you listen? Why don't you listen? Yeah, I know you wanna help, but you're deaf to the mission. When you see my hand I'm dealt, you pretend it's my decision. Don't try and say that our struggle's the same. Don't lie and tell me you're ready for change. Why don't you listen? Why won't you listen? Why don't you listen? Why won't you listen? Standing right in front of you, trying to tell you my truth. The only thing I ask of you is listen. 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 Ooh, listen. Why don't you listen? Why won't you listen? Why don't you listen? Why won't you listen? It's hard to do, right? Listen. It's funny because I wrote that with a lady from Canada. And I always think Canada's better, you know. But we had one thing in common, like we had one idea for this song. But then I took the song, I did a show like this in Charlotte, North Carolina. And this lady comes up to me afterwards. And she said, you know what? I'm going to get that Listen t-shirt. My husband needs to hear that song. I was like, I mean, it goes all around. It's universal, the message. And I also had one man actually buy it for himself because he was like, my wife tells me this all the time. She's going to love this t-shirt. So when I first started, wait, first, are y'all okay? I know this is new for me. Are y'all all right? All right, thumbs up, cool. Again, I'm getting used to being back out in the world. I've one of the books I had a supervisor give me when I was starting out my career as a music therapist was this book called The Four Agreements. Has anybody read it before? Was that a yes? Maybe not. Don Miguel Ruiz is the man who wrote The Four Agreements. Now, the agreements are: be impeccable with your word, make no assumptions, don't take things personally, and I can't remember the fourth one ever. Oh, it's a good one, though. But the one that always stuck with me is don't take things personally, right? Now, Don Miguel has another book called Mastery of Love, and the two books kind of go together. And there's this story that he has in the Mastery of Love that says, how we're all walking around with these gaping wounds. They're invisible, nobody can see them, but they're gross. They are just ooey and gooey and very sensitive to the touch. But every now and then, we might be going about our lives with these wounds. We've learned to live with the pain of these wounds. But someone might accidentally bump into this wound. Somebody might accidentally bump into our wound, and then they lash out. Now, we don't see the wound, we just experience their lashing out. But if we can all remember that we all have some sort of wound that we might accidentally brush up against, and their lashing out doesn't necessarily have anything to do with you personally, it just deals with what they're carrying around with them. That's scar. If we can all realize that we're all fallen people in some way, even the playing field a bit. You can blame it on religion. You can blame it on the president. Blame it on the way that we were raised, or blame it on the government. We can be angry at each other, always pointing fingers. We could use every excuse, it's so easy to do in the heat of it. Sisters and brothers, when we gonna come together? We're fallen people, living in a fallen world. We're fallen people, people who hurt, who hurt, who hurt. We've all had that moment. We've all fallen a little short. Isn't there something you wish you could take back? Something you're fighting for? Look down the street. Somebody's in need. Guns and bombs are going off. Tell me, what's it all for? Sisters and brothers, when we gonna come together? We're fallen people, living in a fallen world. Ooh, we're fallen people, people who hurt, who hurt, who hurt, yeah. Fallen people, living in a fallen world. Fallen people, people who hurt, who hurt, who hurt, yeah. We're judging at the first look when we haven't read the whole book. The only place to start is to love from where you are. We're fallen people. Still I'm waiting for my love. I hear a distant hallelujah, singing a change is gonna come. I could still find a song in the soul guitar. Still see the light in that dying star. I hear a jubilee choir singing into the dawn. Keep on marching, child. Keep on marching on the road. It may be long. Keep on marching on. Yes. Many the men who have traveled for a land of a mighty few, and we can hear their voices calling. Children, we pass the flame on to you. I hear a distant hallelujah, singing, we shall not be moved. I can still find a song in the soul guitar. Still see the light in that dying star. I hear a jubilee choir singing into the dawn. Keep on marching, child. Keep on marching on the road. It may be long. Keep on marching on, yes. Hear a distant hallelujah, singing, we shall overcome. I could still find a song in the soul guitar. Still see the light in the dying star. There's a jubilee choir singing into the dawn. Keep on marching, child. Keep on marching on. I can still find a song in this old guitar. Oh yeah, still see the light in that dying star. There's a jubilee choir singing into the dawn. Keep on marching, child. Keep on marching on the road. It may be long. Keep on marching on. Just sing your freedom song. Keep on marching on. Oh, while our hearts are young. Keep on marching on. Yeah, yes. Keep on marching on. Ooh, keep on marching on. Oh, no, no. Keep on marching on. Ooh, keep on marching on. I've been a lot of, so Nashville's a musician hub, right? And one thing we've all been forced to do is actually talk to one another about real life things. The question of, hey, how's the road going? Or, hey, how's that album going? Has kind of gone away. It doesn't make sense anymore. So we've all been kind of going through this shift, I feel, in the creative world of realizing we need to write about deeper things, and we need to go deeper with our music, and we need to go deeper with one another, because, I mean, what's the point? If we've been given a platform and this gift of music, why not go and spread a great message, right? And so, what's my point? Oh, I've been, I told y'all I'm out of practice, but I kind of had a little come to Jesus moment where I realized I do have a gift of still working with people that are in the dark. And so I've been leading these therapeutic songwriting programs. And it started with some young girls here in Dayton, Ohio, or up, where's Dayton compared to south, down in Dayton, Ohio. A program called Girls Lead, just teaching them how to write. And that led to working with a group of teenagers in Philadelphia, teaching them how to write protest songs right now. And then working with kids in Nashville and working with adults And I don't have much of a legacy to leave behind, but I feel like giving people the gift of using their voice and the gift of creativity and finding a new way and another way just to reach and send out a great message is helpful. And if anything, I like planting the seed, just like on Rikers Island, just planting that seed for young people. And even when I'm feeling like there's no hope, if I can pour into them, it actually fills me up. The weather's always changing. It's sunny, then it's raining. Daylight's always fading. Stars are moving through the sky. And people all around you, they only tell you what they want to. Never know what all they're going through. And we're all just passing by. And we all got our reasons to be afraid. It's easy to give up and hide away. I'm gonna try to be alive. In a world that's ever spinning, do my best to keep on living. I'm gonna try to be alive. On a ground that's ever shifting, I will fight to be forgiven. Yesterday's problems, today we already forgot them. They'll be back again tomorrow, and we'll be surprised again. At the end of every season, we'll fall down on our knees and start praying there's a reason. Blowing somewhere in the wind, I know I failed myself from time to time. Surrender, I'm gonna try to be alive. In a world that's ever spinning, do my best to keep on living. I'm gonna try to be alive. On a ground that's ever shifting, I will fight to be forgiven. I'm gonna try. Oh, try. I'm gonna try. On a ground that's ever shifting, I will fight to be forgiven. Hey, can I just say thank you guys for coming out tonight? I know this is your second one, right? Second concert here. First? Oh, first timers here. Hey, I'm number one. Oh, yes. Just thank you. I know that it does mean a lot. Just so you know. Us artists appreciate anybody that's coming out here and hiding half your faces from us to let us scream at you. I appreciate it. Oh man, Moses, he's waiting in the river, trying to wash his hands free of the blood and the pain. Gotta tell his children why we kill each other, how after 2,000 years we still live this way. In the home of the brave, in the land of the free. If you're telling the truth, you got enemies. But it don't matter what you believe, no. We all bleed the same blood. We all bleed the same blood, same blood. We all bleed the same blood, same blood, same blood. Carry the sins of our fathers for years. We've learned how to hate we've learned what to fear. Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Can't undo all the bad that's been done. Can't put that bullet back in the gun. All you can do is try to love someone else. Goodness sake, won't you love someone? We all bleed the same blood. We all bleed the same blood, same blood. We all bleed the same blood, same blood, same blood. We all bleed the same blood. We all bleed the same blood, same blood. We all bleed the same blood, same blood, same blood. Ooh, don't cover your eyes. Don't look away, child. No, 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 no. Oh, don't cover your eyes. We all bleed the same blood. We all bleed the same blood, same blood. We all bleed the same blood, same blood, same blood. Oh, we all bleed the same blood. We all bleed the same blood, same blood. We all bleed the same blood, same blood, same blood. Do y'all think y'all can sing that chorus with me right now? Yeah, here we go. We all bleed the same blood. We all bleed the same blood, same blood. We all bleed the same blood, same blood, same. That was practice. We're gonna do it for real this time. Y'all ready? So my name's Kyshona. And again, thank you guys. I'm gonna do one more. I do have some CDs with me, if anybody's interested. I'm just gonna put the guitar down, and I have my sanitizer, I have some gloves, I have my mask in my pocket, and just give me a moment and I'll lay some things out. But I do have Listen shirts, and I even have Listen trucker hats. You know, you gotta just reach the masses however you can, people. And stickers and CDs and whatnot. So if you want, just hang out after they dismiss everyone. And I think they're gonna call you up one by one. But thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna end with this one, if I can remember how it goes. Give me a minute, hold on. That's embarrassing. I've been playing this song so much. Got it, okay. It's like since June. When I put this record out, this was the last song on the album, and I thought, that's a sweet little message to leave out there in the world. It's cool. But I didn't think much of this song. And then it has been the anthem. It's been the one song that people have requested me to play over and over again. same as same blood, y'all, you know. If we can see each other for the hurts and the pains and the wounds that we're walking around with and carrying, there's not much dividing us from one another. We all grew up. We all started from somewhere. We've all experienced hurt and loss and pain. We meet one another there first and listen to each other. Truly listen. We'll see that we have more in common than what can tear us apart. You've got your reasons, and I've got mine. Ain't no agreeing, but I'm on your side. I can't hear your heart over the screaming crowds. We've said awful things, but I'm still choosing you now. We've got more in common. We've got more in common. No matter what you think, where you've been, who you are, we've got more in common than what tears us apart. Second chances, they don't come every day. They're like sun and Seattle, like February. So let's build up these bridges, oh, and tear down these walls, oh Lord. Let's give love when we need it and be ready to receive it, 'cause love is binding us all. We've got more in common. We've got more in common. No matter what you think, where you've been, who you are, we've got more in common than what tears us apart. Na na na, na 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 na. Take my hand, we'll rise together through the fire. You are my brother. The more we seek, the more we find it. More in common. Take my hand, we'll rise together through the fire. You are my brother. The more we seek, the more we find it. More in common. Take my hand, we'll rise together through the fire. You are my brother. The more we seek, the more we find it. More in common. We've got more in common. We've got more in common. No matter what you think, where you've been, who you are, we've got more in common than what tears us apart. Na na na, na 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 na. Can y'all sing those with me? Na na na, na 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 na. One more. Na na na, na 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 na. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for having me.